Hello everyone, welcome back on my channel Lesson Plan Corner. In this video, we are going to learn about Kohlberg theory. Okay, if you need the PDF, then please comment me in the comment section below. I will provide you PDF. Now, today we are going to learn about Kohlberg theory, and Heinz dilemma also is a very important part of this. So let's start. Okay, so what was Kohlberg theory? So before that, we have to check the background of Kohlberg. Who was Kohlberg? Okay, so Kohlberg was an American psychologist. Okay, and his full name was Lawrence Kohlberg, and he was born in 25 October 1927. Okay, so Lawrence Kohlberg's and stages of moral development was inspired by work of Jean Piaget. So basically, he was following the footsteps of Jean Piaget. Okay, he has done many theories. He has done many researches on Jean Piaget theories also. But Piaget theory include two stages only for development. But Kohlberg actually extended it up to 6 stages. That is why we can see 6 stages of development in Kohlberg theory. Now, likewise, Piaget Kohlberg also used storytelling technique that involves moral dilemma. So Piaget also used to tell many stories, related to moral dilemma. So likewise, Kohlberg also used to tell many story, okay, that involves moral dilemma. In each case, choices also been have means also been given to the person, okay, and one of his famous story, that is Heinz dilemma. Okay, one of his famous stories is Heinz dilemma, and today in this video we are gonna cover Heinz dilemma also. Okay, now what was Heinz dilemma? Okay, let's see what was Heinz dilemma. So basically, it was a story that has been given by Heinz. Okay, so in this story, there was a man, a husband named Heinz, and he had his wife also. His wife was suffering from some type of cancer, and she is in his deathbed, means she can die at any time. Her situation, her condition is very critical. Okay, now Heinz took her to a hospital. Okay, but doctor prescribed him some medicine, and he told him that this medicine only could cure her. But the problem was that medicine was very much costly, and Heinz could not afford that. Okay, so he did every possible way to collect that money, to collect money for that medicine, but he could not collect that huge amount of money. He also went to CEO and requested and tell him about the condition of her wife. But CEO also, he didn't do anything for that also. So he was helpless. Who was helpless? Heinz was helpless at that time. He actually did every possible thing to collect money for her wife. Okay, so the only way that remains to him was to steal that medicine, because he did not have any other way, and his wife was in deathbed, so he did not had any other options. Okay, so what he did was he actually broke into the company and stole the drug for his wife. Okay, so he stole medicine from drugstore just to save the life of his wife. Now it is a story, okay, so it is a moral story, and after this, what Kohlberg did is he actually gave 6 options to check the moral development of a person. Okay, so here you can see six you can see here 6 options that has been given by Kohlberg. First is Heinz should not steal the drug, as there is a chance for him to go behind person. This is the first option. Second is Heinz should steal the drug because his wife could recover. That will make him happy. Third is Heinz should steal the drug because he is good husband. Fourth, Heinz should steal the drug and surrendered himself. Fifth, Heinz should steal drug because saving life is more important than any laws. And sixth is Heinz should steal the drugs but no incarcerated because the law would be unjust if it punished anyone from saving life. Okay, so he actually asked a series of this question to boys, and each boy was given 2 hour interview. And Kohlberg, after listening to their answer, realized that reasons actually tended to change by the age. As children got older, their mentality and their thinking also get changed. Okay, so these were the option that Kohlberg gave to boys whom he was experimenting. Okay, now here you can see morality. We will see the definition of morality also here. Okay, so morality according to Collins. So what Collins says is it is the belief. Actually, this morality is a belief that actually help us to differentiate between good and bad thing. What is good and what should we do, and what is bad and we should avoid. So it is a type of belief according to Collins. Okay. Now, after this, we will see Kohlberg's stages of moral development. Here you can see, I will zoom it for you. You can see here 3 stages: pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. And also, these stages will further be divided into 2 more stages. So, basically, there are 6 stages we can say. First one, here you can see, first one is pre-conventional stage. So what is this? Means boys and small children can come under this type of stages. This type of thinking is mostly found in children, obviously, because they actually think their consequences. They know that if I will do this, then teacher will punish us, or if I will do this, parents will punish us. Then they won't do that thing. Then they don't do that action. Okay, so it is actually based on consequences. Okay, so children can come under this stage, but sometimes adults can also be concluded in this category. In this level, reasoners directly judge a thing by its consequences. Okay, so first here you can see obedience and punishment. In this stage, child focus directly towards the consequences, that they get punishment for their actions. Children believe if they are getting punishment for any particular action, then action is wrong. So means they will directly see the consequences, that okay, if I will do this, I will get punished, so better I will not do this. Okay, so this is the first stage. Second is, at this stage, child do any action for his own self-interest and satisfaction. If we see this stage through Heinz example, then Heinz should not break into pharmacy because he might get beaten by a pharmacist. Okay, so we are also seeing the same stages with Heinz example. Personal reward means reward that we do for our satisfaction. Heinz do the thing, Heinz steal that medicine for his satisfaction and for his wife's satisfaction. Okay, so this is the personal reward orientation. Okay, so at this stage, child do any action for his own self-interest and satisfaction. Means Heinz also doing the same thing. Means he's stealing the medicines just for his satisfaction, for the recovery of his wife, without thinking that if it is a good things or bad thing. He's just doing for his own interest, for his own self-interest. Okay, now we will see conventional stage. Okay, second is conventional stage. So usually adolescents and adults come under this stage. Person try to judge morality of any particular action by societal views and expectation. Society has set up many rules and person try not to violate that. So basically this is of social view. Means here person think what is good and what is bad according to what society has set the rule. Okay, first you can say good boy or good girl orientation. In third stage, individual try to be a good boy or good girl. They do everything to make their own position in society. They need respect from other. So try to do things that has been expected from society and try to avoid all the things that has been disapproved from society. So basically we can say that individual here try to impress others and do everything that has been set up by society. All the things he tried to impress, other society, other persons, and try to avoid all the thing that has been disapproved by society. Okay, so because every society has set up some rules for good or bad things. So if we see this through example of Heinz, what we can say that Heinz should not steal that medicine, because stealing is something that is not good for humankind or for human beings. So here we can say that Heinz has done a wrong thing. Okay. Fourth, we can say law and order orientation. This stage is law and order oriented. Individual has to follow law and order. Here individual has to think result of any action from perspective of law. The stage is beyond any individual personal interest or needs. They have to follow every law and order and try not to violate any rules. So basically, we can say that this stage is law and order oriented. What individual here do is individual actually try to follow every law and order and try to avoid all the action that is against laws. So here if we see this through the example of Heinz, we can say that Heinz should not steal that medicine because it is against law to steal anything. Okay, now we will see the third stage. Okay, the third stage is post conventional. First one is social contract oriented. This is fifth stage. Okay, so each person of our society own has their own opinions. Okay, and we have to respect each one opinion. But sometimes what happens, something that is not doing anything harmful for our law and for our society, okay, that can be changed through majority decision. Okay, if it is injustice to anyone, that law can be changed. Okay, so if we will see it through from Heinz opinion, Heinz example, then we can say that Heinz has done all that, has done and has stolen all that medicine because he wanted to help his wife, because his wife was very ill. So that is why he stolen that medicine, because he did not had any other option. So if we see it through Heinz example, we can say that something can be changed after majority decision. If we say that no, Heinz should not be in prison because he has done something for his wife and did not do something to harm society. Okay, last one is universe principle. So what is universal principle? So basically in this stage only great man comes under this stage, like a person who can do something for humanity without any fear of what other peoples and what society will say to him or her. Okay, so like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela and many other great person can come under this stage, who has that guts to do something for humanity, to do something for society. Okay, so example you can see, if anyone is doing something for like human rights or justice and equality, like we have seen the example like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela and many other peoples were there. So we can count them in this category, who has that we can say who has that guts to do something for injustice to majority, and they do not fear of getting any punishment by laws and by any society. So now we will see criticism of Kohlberg moral development. So Kohlberg moral development has been criticized by many criticizer. But here we will see Carol Gilliams. What Carol Gilliams says is, it is biased because experiment has been done on boys only. Okay, so it is biased in her opinion. She urged that Kohlberg developed theory was on doing research on male participant only. As we have learned previously that Kohlberg did experiment on male participant boys only. Okay, so according to Carol Gallians it was biased. Okay, so this was our video, and if you do like this video then please do not forget to like, share and subscribe it. And yes, if you need PDF then please comment me in the comment section below. I will provide you PDF also. Thank you. We will meet in next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.